Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, our honored guests. Welcome to the Meet Magento Indonesia 2022. Grow stronger together. My name is Rico,
And my name is Wila.
and we will be your hosts in the main ballroom. Meet Magento is a global e-commerce event organized by Meet Magento Association, a non-profit organization that has enabled e-commerce merchants worldwide. The association is created for all types of companies who are active in e-commerce or distribution and have interest on how Magento and its ecosystem can help to grow their business.
In keeping with the spirit of Grow Stronger Together, on this year's Meet Magento Indonesia, we seek to present unique opportunities to exchange practical insights together through talk shows, networking, and interactive booths hosted by iCube by Circlo and empowered by Circle Group. This is our 7th year holding this event, and we will have 25 plus industry experts across the region as our speakers. Before we proceed, we would like to introduce you to Circlo's Chief Technology Officer of Enterprise Solutions, who will be giving the opening speech. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bapak Mulyadi Cio.
Welcome to Meet Magento Indonesia. My name is Mulyadi Cio. I'm a Chief Technology Officer for the Enterprise Division for Circlo. And it's a privilege for me to welcome all of you to this event. I'm so happy we're finally able to see face-to-face after a long 2 years that we have to do it online. I think the last one that we do is 2019. I know even though knowledge can be learned from anywhere, right? I mean, but it's having a face-to-face meeting like this is giving a very distinct expression and experience. It's very different. And obviously, this event will only happen because of Magento Association. Give us the privilege to host another one this year. So it is an honor to be a part of this community that has benefited all the e-commerce merchants globally, given that both Magento and Circlo, we believe, to provide the best omnichannel experience possible. If you're the first time coming to the event, what is Meet Magento? So Meet Magento is actually a global event. So there's probably about 45 countries around the world that hosting this kind of event. The next one actually will be end of August in Singapore, and then there's another one end of September in New York. And what we try to do is we aim to provide a unique opportunity for the doing like exchange practical insight through like a seminars talk, and then through talk show, and the most important thing, the networking. Hence the name Meet Magento, because it's a venue for you guys to meet each other. I think that's the key important things about this event. And this is our 7th year running this event, where today we're going to have more than 25 industry experts going to speak to you throughout the event. And it has long been a forum for e-commerce practitioners, merchants, developers, solution providers, and also ecosystem partners active in this event. And they all will share the expertise, network, and learn from one another. As the world continues to evolve, I think the string of success is something that needs to be pursued, much as in the e-commerce industry itself. According to the Google data, in the first half of this year alone, 21 million Indonesians become new digital consumers, and most of them comes from the non-metro areas. And they are already get used to and have this interest to continue to use these digital services. That includes shopping and services, and they're already accustomed with this change. and now proactively to deepening their usage of this. And not only that, I think we all believe that the consumer behavior today has changed, and they expect more quickie and more personalized e-commerce shopping experience. That's why we all looking for how to improve the seamless experience of that shopping itself, whether it's online or offline. And we at Circlo and Kadadada, we do some research, and we found out that 74.5%, the consumer remained hybrid throughout the pandemic. And even though our country right now, we can say that we triumphed over the COVID-19, but we believe that this behavior is going to continue to stay, the hybrid behavior. That's why even though with the economic recovery and market revitalization programs being pursued, and we all know 2022 is predicted to be the year of the global recovery, including Indonesia, and with the return of the physical retail, e-commerce in Indonesia still going to play a potential growth in tandem of the offline experience, obviously. With that, omnichannel has been embraced as the key strategy to facilitate that seamless shopping experience for all the customers, regardless of whatever channel they are. Now, with that agile mindset, we continue to hone a daily basis. We all have been receptive to taking changes and making decisions quickly, dynamically. And we here at Circlo also, that's why what we believe, and that's why we help all sides of businesses toward the success of this omni-channel strategy. But I think the more important things, today's event, we purposely titled to say, Grow Stronger Together. I think that's perhaps in line with the concept of the omni-channel itself, as the integration is vital to help to bolstering our position in the ever-shifting industry. So at today's event, I really like to encourage you all to strengthen the e-commerce landscape together by gaining a comprehensive understanding of what is the omni-channel itself. So I believe together we will be able to improve this industry as a country and our respective position as the industry leaders, all of you, by growing stronger together. Thank you. Enjoy the session, and let's grow stronger together with Meet Magento Indonesia.
Thank you, Dr. Mulyadi, for the opening speech. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to kick off the Meet Magento Indonesia 2022, please join us in welcoming Circlo Chief Executive Officer of Enterprise Solution, who will be delivering a special presentation from Bapak Dadang Cahyono.
Thank you, Willa and Rico. Good morning, everyone. So it's a pleasure to see this kind of the audience after 2 years of having an online event. So I see the enthusiasm. Hopefully, we can have more of the attendance show up, because I think we have around 550 or 600 participants that already signed up for the participants. Okay, so without further ado, I just would like to echoing what Pak Mulyadi already mentioned about the omnichannel strategy that we have. Can we have a slide, please? Okay, so let me give you a perspective regarding how we and why should we leveraging our omnichannel strategy to make sure that we are staying ahead from the competitions. We now entering the situation where understand the post-COVID situation, but still the situation is remain unchanged. I remain what you call it, that uncertainty is also happening across the world. We knew that actually so many new variant of the viruses right now, but hopefully in Indonesia, I heard that actually we already have around 90% second vaccine and around 70% of the booster already. So we can expect the COVID-19 will be under control in Indonesia. And by having said that, actually, the first situation is that is boost the optimism. Why is that? Because right now everybody is actually go back to the business. If you experience traffic situation in Jakarta, is actually not going back to normal. It's more than normal. Yeah, I don't know, probably it's become because of psychological effect that we've never seen so many cars before in the last 2 years. But the situation is actually worse than before pandemic for the traffic, right? So, rising the optimism. So actually, this one is actually driven by the high-income consumers. Number 2, omnichannel is ascendant. Why is that? Because right now, alternative to in-store shopping has accelerated and remain prevalent. Because the consumer behavior is already changed in the last 2 years. Because ready or not, like it or not, that everyone should have the ability to do shop online. So then the omnichannel is becoming more and more relevant to the market in Indonesia. Number 3, increase intent to spend. Because of the many platforms right now increasing their offer to the market, because they see in the last 2 years, actually, Pamol already mentioned, there is a 21 million new e-commerce users in Indonesia. It's even higher, it's even bigger than Singapore populations. And that is only the new one. We're not mentioned about the existing tech-savvy consumer that already do a purchase online before. So you can imagine 21 million consumers. And with the consumer behavior of Indonesia that actually spend more than 8.5 hours a day in their smartphone, actually this 8.5 hours a day is quite shocking data. I'm not believed on this data in the beginning, but after I seen my phone, it show already 6.3 hours. Yeah, so me as a generations before, I don't want to mention about it. Yeah. So already spend 6.5 hours a day. So you can imagine for the millennials and Gen Z, that is actually who drive the consumers in the online ecosystem. Not to mention the social media. The social media, Indonesia is actually number 2 in TikTok users in the world, number 4 in Instagram, and 2 out of 6 busiest tweet in the world is coming from Jakarta and Bandung. Yeah, so you can imagine that is the big opportunity of that one. Okay, so number 4, the tentative return out of home activities. So as I already mentioned before, although the new variant of the virus is still there, but the consumers right now is trying to go outside and also do a shopping. Right now, mall is also very, very busy. Although you have to install the Peduli Lindungi, yeah, although some of the children cannot go to the mall because they're not vaccinated yet, but still is a very pack of the consumers. And then the number 5, loyalty shake-up continues. So this is not only talking about the retailers, but the Indonesian consumers in general. So with so many platforms right now, super apps in your hands, actually there is so many offer to the consumers. This makes consumer will compare from one platform to the other platform, which one is the cheapest, which one is offer the more promotions, and which one can deliver faster compared to the others. So this loyalty is actually something very expensive in Indonesia, because I understand that even in my circle, my family, if there is no discount in the specific platform, they will go to the other one to compare and then do a purchase in the platform that offer more discount on it. Okay, so with that kind of the situations, why we need to leverage the omni-channel solutions, this is also because of the geopolitical climate that not favorable to all of us. So the macroeconomic and also the geopolitical climate. The first one, disruption of the global supply chains. We still remember when Shanghai is being locked down because they have the zero COVID policy. So the total world supply chain has been disrupted. Why is that? Because there is no export can be go from Shanghai, and for Indonesia particularly, there is no containers. And if there is no containers, Indonesia cannot do the export as well. So that is a very simple one. So not to mention, there are so many manufacturers in China that producing not only the final goods, but as well as the component. And this component that actually is very important to the other final goods for electronic, for example. So one of the manufacturers that actually quite big have to go delay around 6 to 8 months because of this one. Because of one of the chip, for example, and this chip is very important. So that is to show you the situations right now of the global supply chains. And then slow inventory turnovers. Why is that? We heard the good news that actually Ukraine right now already sell their wheat again to the world, but since February, if I'm not mistaken, actually we have a very tough situations because of this war in the Ukraine. So the lot of countries that has been impacted, especially the Western Europe, because of the gas supply from the Russia, for example, it creates the inflations. There's a very high right now across the Western Europe, and that is happen across the world, because there is no border anymore from one country to the others. And the third one is the political and economic crisis. So this one is actually very close to each other, right? One country can have the political crisis because they have the economic crisis, or vice versa. So you heard what happened in El Salvador, for example, when they are put their money into the cryptocurrency. Or you can see the situation in Sri Lanka. So that actually worse by the situation in Ukraine. In this year and next years, probably more than 50 elections across the world. Indonesia will also have election in 2024. So actually that political hit did not help this kind of the world geopolitical situation. And that is why for us, the businessman, businesswoman that actually have to think about the best solutions, how to still reach our consumers and how to still offer the best promotions and how to make sure that they are still loyal to us. And that is why the omni-channel solutions, again, is a very important in these days. Okay, so in the beginning we are talking about the omni-channel. So I do believe that everyone is already agree and already understand about this omni-channel's definitions. Just to refresh everyone here, we use one definition that mention about the omni-channel is the approach to use more than one channel for marketing, sales, and customer service to create an integrated and seamless customer shopping experience. So the key is actually in the last words, where we have to make sure that we can create the integrated and seamless customer shopping experience. Not only to be present in many channels, but to make sure that the customer is actually becoming a central of everything. So this is to give you a perspective regarding the difference of it, multi-channel and omni-channel. So if the omni-channel is actually one consumer can see everything is actually centered on him or her. Not because they have this kind of the offering, but also the consumer experience as well. So this is to give you a perspective on this one. Integrating online and offline channel is actually a must. But by saying that, we're not talking about the channel elimination. Because nowadays, so many startups that actually raised up in Indonesia and more in the developing countries, and they see the only way to make a channel becoming efficient is doing the channel elimination. But that will not happen in Indonesia. Because in Indonesia, we already have the existing distributions ecosystem that already there for many years. And this one is actually we have to integrate with it and work with them. So instead of doing a channel eliminations, we have to put the channel inclusion to make sure that these integrations can give the more value add not only to the brands but also to the consumers. So you can see here that actually regarding to the shopping experience, payment experience, customer service experience, marketing experience, offline shopping experience, as well as the stock fulfillment. So, whether the consumer do the shopping online or consumer do the shopping offline in the stores, they should have the seamless experience, which is the most unforgettable experience that they can have. So they can choose the product, the SKU assortment should be there. What happen if actually they offering the loyalty program? Can these loyalty points can be redeemed online if they purchase offline? So that is probably kind of a simple, but if we can offer this kind of the differentiations to our consumers, that actually can make the consumer stick to us. Okay, so again, to echoing the importance of leveraging the omni-channel strategy. So first of all is actually we need to adapt and adopt. So this industry unpredictability because of the COVID-19 is actually make brands to find a better way how to reach the consumers. And also due to the rapid change in the customer behavior is very crucial to fulfill the consumer offline and online. After 2 years, the expectations of the consumer in Indonesia is higher and higher. So for example, some of the consumer is doing an online purchase in 8 p.m. So after find a product and then do the confirmation through payment, in 8:30 p.m. the payment confirmed. 8:30 p.m. And in the 8:35, they already asked the customer service. I want to know the progress of my purchase. So that is actually the expectation of the Indonesian consumer right now. And I'm sure that everybody aware about the Indonesian netizen, right? So it's a very, very mean. Right? Something happened with their experience when they are shop in your store is a nightmare. So right now all of the marketplaces also requiring 24 hours customer service. And how the brand.com to make sure that the best offer is actually available. So this kind of the consumer behavior changes is actually one of the things why we should adapt and also we should give the best customers experience in the market. The third one, consumers are starting to demand a seamless shopping experience that I already mentioned before because they will compare. Oh, why I can have this kind of the promotion in stores and I cannot have it online? So that is actually the very simple questions coming from the consumers. So we have to make sure that this kind of the experience did not happen in your stores. So that is why not only being present in many channels, but how to make sure that actually the integrated promotion, campaign, marketing, that you can offer to the consumer in your stores in every channel that you sell the product. The fourth one, maximizing omni-channel strategy become the primary answer to integrate offline and online in order to create a seamless shopping experience. At the end of the day, if we can provide the best experience, actually they will come to you and they will spread the good promotions. Again, netizen Indonesia is also very creative. and if they say good about you, actually is a very, very valuable for your brand. Now, let's talk about Circlo a little bit. Circlo founded in 2013, actually in the beginning to help the MSMEs to build their web.com, web commerce, to build the brand.com, and also to help them to reach to the market. Because usually for the SMEs, there is 3 obstacles. First of all is actually the working capital. Second one is the raw material, and third one how to reach the market. So by offering the brand.com, the simple one, actually a Circlo store in 2013 offer this one. And then in 2016, that is the first investment done by SoftBank in Tokopedia. So at that time, the hype of the marketplaces arise in Indonesia. So everybody start talking, questioning, and also discussing about marketplaces and how to do a transaction selling a product in marketplaces. And that is a moment when Circlo Commerce is arise, and we are helping the brand to selling online in the marketplaces. In 2022, Circlo acquired iCube and introduced the omni-channel commerce solutions. Because in 2013, we already have the capability to help the SMEs to build their brand.com. But in 2020, by acquiring iCube, actually, we complete the solutions by offering the brand.com for the enterprise brand. So for the big brand, they can also have the brand.com and also the omni-channel solutions. 2021, with the rise of the community, so Circlo acquired Orami. Orami is a #1 parenting platform in Indonesia that offering the unique experience for the parents. Offer the 3 C's. The first C is actually content. So the parent can go to the website and also read all about the content of parenting. Second one is actually community. Right now, we have around 220,000 moms across 75 cities in Indonesia, with 55,000 of them is becoming resellers, what we call Ibu Sibuk. So this community is very, have a high engagement. And the third C is actually commerce. So you can imagine if the content is talking about how the quality of sleep is very important for your child, and then the second one, the community is discussing about it, and then they can go seamlessly to the commerce one to buy the diaper that actually match with what they needed. So Orami right now is being visited by 19 million users per month. So actually it's becoming #5 platform most visited in Indonesia. Last January in 2022, we acquired Warung Pintar. So Warung Pintar is actually the new retail enablement that help Warung or mom and pop shop to get the supply of the product directly from the brand owner. We have around 500,000 coverage of Warung across Indonesia right now that we are helped to get the product directly from the principals, so they can have the good quality of the product, predicted supply, as well as the good price as well. So by having this kind of the journey of Circlo, so we are right now declaring ourselves as the omni-channel commerce enablers that help everyone that do selling online and offline. Okay, so the last slide here, actually be present across omni-channel, not only multi-channel, because this one is actually the one that to make sure you stay ahead of the curve in the market. So Circlo Commerce, iCube by Circlo, Orami, and Think Tank here is actually our go-to-market brand that offering a solutions in the market for the enterprise brand. So the Circlo Commerce is actually the one that helping you selling online in the marketplaces. iCube that offering the e-commerce omni-channel solutions, Orami is #1 parenting platform, and Think Tank is actually the integrated digital marketing that helping the brand to have the 360 solutions for your marketing in the digital ecosystem. I think that's it from me. So thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you very much.
Digital commerce is an end-to-end channel management solution by Silk Road. With our deep operational experience, as well as our advanced technology capability, we believe this solution will help brands to reach the heart of the nation.